We are living in a time when science and technology are racing forward, but our social systems are static. We do see people protesting in the streets against the divide between the wealthy and the poor, racism, war, and sometimes they're able to overthrow the regimes that they're living under, but only to put in another incompetent political government that work within the monetary system, that cannot ultimately take care of the problems. Science enables us to electrify our homes, travel from place to place, talk to anybody, anywhere within the world, and even see them at the same time. It even gives us the gift of life itself through the accomplishments of medicine. Yet it's also a scapegoat for the plethora of problems that we have today, because it is misused and abused by people who are conditioned in a sick and primitive culture. Things are set up where very few of us understand science and technology. Yet our future depends on the progression of relevant information and how we apply it. The less knowledge we have of the real world, the more pseudoscience and superstition and fear creep in to fill the void. And we become easy prey for bigotry, prejudice, fanaticism, and misinformation. This is a volatile mix for a devastating future. If we could critically view our movies, TV, internet, books, magazines, and what they pass off on us as entertainment, we could easily see that what they're trying to teach our children and ourselves is arrogance, cruelty, racism, bigotry, violence, war, chauvinism, murder, and endless commercialism. And they sure as hell are succeeding without any concern whatsoever, other than if it makes a profit. So many people, when they first are introduced to the Venus Project, they can't understand why this isn't implemented now. It seems so easy and it would help so many people. I usually say, well, this is where we are in social evolution. But where is that exactly? The answer to that is quite complicated, but the most relevant issue is that science has very little relevance to how we operate and organize society and the way we live and think. So something's needed, but it's not law and order. Instead, it's environmental conditions that don't generate the need for human hostility. Science applied to the social system means that we have to generate, we have to organize and design an environment that surpasses the need for poverty, hunger, war, and aberrant behavior. As a way out of our dilemma, the Venus Project proposes using the methods of science applied to the social system as a tool to elevate everyone. This can be achieved by a global resource-based economy, a systems approach, where all the interacting variables are working efficiently as one entire process. We would work within the carrying capacity of Earth's resources, where all the resources would become the common heritage of all people. This, in turn, along with a new orientation, would enable people to update their values and change their behavior. When goods and services are made available to everyone, there is no need to steal. When anyone can get whatever they need at the access center, behaviors such as underselling your competitor to knock them out of business would become obsolete. What we consider a wise and shrewd business person of today would be looked upon as vulgar and twisted in a saner society. In conclusion, science applies to everything, but it's practically non-existent when it comes to applying it to the way we organize society. The Venus Project applies the methods of science to the way we operate society to generate constructive and cooperative behaviors. This is the most needed scientific experiment of our times, and it is the most taboo to even consider or talk about. What we have now is a failed experiment. It does not meet the needs and it does not enrich the lives of everyone. What we ultimately do will depend on if we have a future or not. So we invite you to join us in what could be the most exciting and rewarding social experiment that we could possibly take on. Thank you.